we are going to discuss. We'll start with introduction to SQL, and then I would be explaining you the differences between DBMS and RDBMS, and we'll go for what are the sublanguages present in SQL. Then I'll go for installation of Oracle SQL software. So guys, in this installation, I would be taking a separate session and I would be explaining you each and every instruction how to install the software. The only thing is you need to have a PC, and what are the software requirements I would be saying you. If your PC has that requirements means I would be helping you in the installation, and then we'll go for the data types and what are the operators present in the Oracle. So guys, introduction to this SQL database. SQL, it stands for SQL stands for Structured Query Language. It is the language of database. Using SQL, we can store the data, we can manipulate the data, and we can retrieve data in databases. So SQL abbreviation, I'm saying yesterday from SQL, it has 3 terms. So what does this SQL stands for? It stands for Structured Query Language. It is the language of database. It is a language what a database can understand. So using this SQL, we can store the data, we can manipulate the data, and we can retrieve the data that is present in the databases. Who developed this SQL? In 1970, Dr. Edgar F. Cott from IBM is known as the father of the relational databases. So he is the person who has described a relational model for the databases. So what are the common RDBMS? We have common relational databases are MySQL, MS SQL Server, MS Access, Oracle, Sybase, etc. So guys, now let me give you a simple differences between DBMS and RDBMS. So what does RDBMS stands for? RDBMS stands for Relational Database Management System. Is a database management system that is based on a relational model. So guys, whenever I say data that is based on a relational model means here I have my data in the form of tables. If we have data in the form of tables, we are calling that data as a RDBMS, and DBMS, it stands for Simple Database Management System, is used to define, create, and maintain a database, and it provides a controlled access to the data. So guys, RDBMS stands for Relational Database Management System, whereas DBMS stands for Database Management System. In this DBMS, we have data in the form of flat files, and DBMS, it is a basic model, but my RDBMS, it is an advanced version of DBMS. In DBMS, data, it is stored in the form of flat files, and there is no relationship between the data. Whereas in RDBMS, data, it is stored in the form of tables, which are related to each other. DBMS, it supports single user, whereas RDBMS supports multiple users. So this is about RDBMS and DBMS. Let me tabulate the differences. So guys, simply DBMS, it stands for Database Management System, and RDBMS, it stands for Relational Database Management System. My DBMS, it is a basic model. Coming to RDBMS, it is an advanced version. In DBMS, we can store as it is a basic model. It would be providing us only the basic features. So it is used to store only a small amount of data. RDBMS, it is an advanced version. As it is an advanced version, it is used to store large amount of data. And my DBMS, it supports only a single user. That means, guys, if you consider I'm accessing a file, only I wanted to open the file and you wanted to open a file. If it is DBMS means first I need to open, then you need to open. Both of us can't open it at the same time. But that is not the case with our DBMS. It supports multiple users. You can open at same time. I can open at same time. Many people, millions of users can use it at the same time. In this DBMS, normalization is not possible. In RDBMS, normalization is possible. So guys, what is normalization? I would be explaining you when we move into the latter sessions. If I explain here, you couldn't understand. So the next difference we have is data redundancy is common. Redundancy means duplicate data. Here the data is present, same data is present in unwanted places. That is data redundancy. But in RDMS, duplicate data, that is unwanted data, is not present. It can be reduced with the help of keys. And I have mentioned you DBMS, it is a basic model. As it is a basic model, it provides only a very low level of security. And coming to our DBMS, it is an advanced model. As it is an advanced model, it provides high level of security. As a DBMS, it is a basic model, as the requirements for software and hardware are very low. Coming to our DBMS, it is an advanced version. It provides all the high features. As it is providing advanced features, the software requirements are high. A few examples for this RDBMS are XML and Microsoft Access. And RDBMS are what are the databases we use. That is Oracle, Postgres, MySQL, all the databases which we use, they fall into the category of RDBMS. The simple thing is RDBMS, we have data in the form of tables. So guys, are everyone clear up to this part?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, Priyanka.
Yeah, so now let me explain you what are the sublanguages present in SQL. In SQL, the SQL commands, they have been mainly categorized into 5 types. What are they? They are DDL. DDL, it stands for Data Definition Language. And what are the commands that are falling into the category of DDL? They are create, drop, alter, truncate and rename. These are the commands that are falling into the category of DDL. And then next I have data manipulation language. What are the commands that are falling into the category of DML? They are insert, update and delete. These are the commands that are falling into the category of DML. Don't bother about these things, guys. I'll be showing you a working example of each and every command. And the next sublanguage we have is DRL. We ETL testers, we do not deal with DDL or DML. We'll be dealing only with DRL. So what is DRL? DRL, it simply stands for data retrieval language. So in data retrieval language, we'll be writing our query starting with select keyword. So whatever the query we are writing with a select keyword, that falls into a DRL. And then the next language we have is TCL. TCL, it simply stands for Transaction Control Language. And what are the commands that are falling into the TCL? The commands are commit, rollback, and save point. And then I have a DCL. What are the commands that are falling into the DCL? They are grant and revoke. So guys, these are the sublanguages of SQL. Guys, clear up to this part?
Yes, Priyanka.
Yes, ma'am. Yeah, so we'll wind up our session here, and in tomorrow's session, we'll be starting from operators. You can leave the session, guys. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.